The sight of the sun is not always a good thing, at least not in my family. Though we may come from a small island that sees sunshine almost daily, the sun doesn't receive a lot of love from us. We're told to stay away from it, to avoid going outside, to cover up every inch of our brown skin. For centuries, we have hidden from it. Not because of its intensity, not necessarily because of the heat, because of what it does to our skin. It makes us darker. And in my culture, dark ain't lovely. I never believed it. And that's where I struggle, and this story begins.
It's my entire family, like all different sorts of
My name is Nainithya Agaraja. My family is Tamil. In 1985, they immigrated from the small South Asian island of Sri Lanka, just south of India. And in 1988, they had me.
This is me, when I was a little baby.
Fresh out of the womb, I was a light-skinned wonder child for my family. To this day, my family still reminisces about how light I was. But growing up, as I grew darker, I began questioning the notion of light skin being better. What did my family's constant commentary on my skin color really mean? I began to wonder, if I wasn't light anymore, did that mean I was no longer beautiful? This is an issue of beauty, of old ideas that determine what is still beautiful, of how the color of our skin has and continues to affect how we view ourselves. This is shadeism.
The hair, the lip gloss, the eyelash.
You like her hair? Why do you like her hair?
Because he's so white.
One major reason why I decided to explore the issue of shadeism was because of this little girl. This is my niece, Manusha. At the age of 4, she already recognizes what it means to have dark skin in our Tamil family. And she already feels the need not to be dark.
Do you like this skin color? No, why?
Because I need to come white and I need to do this.
You need to come white? Really? You don't like this? This is pretty. That's pretty.
As we continue to talk, I start to see that even between her and myself, she sees a clear difference.
What color are you?
Well,
You're brown. So what's wrong with brown? Why do you say brown like that?
see, I'm brown.
It's nice, and I'm brown too.
No,
I'm not.
only your face little much like this.
Only my face is brown. My hands are brown.
No, it's right.
याद है कहाँ गए?
पता तो यही है हम यहाँ पूजा के लिए आए हैं।
पूजा? यहाँ ये तो एक मॉडर्न ब्यूटी कंपनी है। ऐसी लड़कियों को सुंदर बनाना है तो वेदों के जमाने में नहीं रह सकते।
आयुर्वेद में निखार का 5000 साल पुराना राज कुमकुमादी तैलम आयुर्वेदिक फेयर एंड लवली में।
Oh my
जाओ बेटी।
I'll show them by getting lighter. Watch this. Hold on.
I want this photo.
अजीब बात है ना पापा? कैसे ये आयुर्वेद चेहरा एक मॉडर्न
Just like that. Just like that.
ये है आयुर्वेद की शक्ति। नया आयुर्वेदिक फेयर।
Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
That's the big thing. It's with Hollywood, Bollywood, everywhere. Like especially me growing up with Bollywood, that's it, right? You don't see people with my skin tone or your skin tone or your skin tone. None of our skin tones are on television. Nothing, right?
4 women, 4 stories, all connected to my own. We represent the Caribbean, South America, Africa, and South Asia. We represent Grenada, Venezuela, Trinidad, Angola, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. We represent Canada. Really, we represent an international narrative of sorts, a collective her story of women of color. These are my friends, women I talk to, spend time with, and share with. And we all share the issue of shadeism from within each of our own cultures. Because of this, I knew it was important for us to come together, to talk about where shadeism comes from, how it affects us, and how we can possibly move forward together. To be fair-skinned is a hope for many women of color. For some, it's a goal. The idea is that if they lighten their skin just a bit, it could change everything. and some are willing to do anything to achieve this goal, including bleaching their skin. Ruhi Shefa is someone who helps them reach their goal.
First of all, we clean the face. Then after what we do, we massage. Like after almost 45 minutes, we do the massage. Then we do the steam, lots of steam face.
She owns 3 beauty salons in the GTA. Each one offers her special fairness facial.
Mask. If you use the fairness cream, we have to use the fairness mask.
Bleaching is such a common thing in like the African community. It's like your grandma does it, your aunt does it, your mom does it, your dad does it, and they give it to you because they want you to do it on your elbows and your knees and everything.
But yeah, and that's the thing, like, people won't identify or name it as bleaching. It's lightening, like, you know what I mean? And so we had a huge tub of skin lightening cream in my house for like 8 years. They'll be like, this is a cream that will help you to get rid of the dark marks on your face.
I think they realize, or they can connect the fact that this is not only harmful for your identity and who you are as a person, but like it's damaging your skin.
It wasn't until years later, me and my mom were watching Oprah.
Yeah.
I'm like, see?
Yeah.
Mom, Oprah said it. It's bad. And then she's like, oh, okay.
My older sister was born. She's fairer than I am, and so when she came out, everybody's just like, "Oh, it's the white baby. Oh my God, she's so beautiful, right?" And then after I came out, I was the second child, and I was called the black baby because I was actually really dark when I was like a baby, and they called me Mati, which in my language means soil.
Hi.
For my friend Nadia, she was the darkest one in her family. As we sit in her living room, talking up a storm like we always do, she explains to me what her experience was like as the dark one.
You can show it if you want. To just show like the different skin colors of my sisters. So that's like my older sister who's like whiter. And then that's me, who's like the darkest, and then she's a little bit like reddish tone. Compared to all my cousins from both my dad's side and my mom's side, I'm like the darkest. They still joke around till they call me Black Diamond. Like it's just so it's normalized, like, and it's okay, and nobody thinks it's wrong, you know? I think more than ever right now, in this point in time of my life, I'm realizing it more, like the implications of my skin color. So I think it's important to like trace back, and I think this is all a part of it, like talking about it with like the other girls and stuff too. It's like, it's so weird, because now I'm thinking about it. It's something I didn't think about. I'm like, whatever, I'm brown, whatever. And now it's just like, no, wait, where do I come from? And then you look.
With any issue, we often question its roots. We ask ourselves, where does it come from? With that question in mind, I knew that before moving forward, I needed some answers about the past. First, I spoke with Hira Singh, a professor of South Asian Studies at York University. We started off with the topic of colonialism and its impacts on beauty ideals in South Asia.
Indians challenged all aspects of the British culture. They never questioned, they never problematized the color. That's why the whiteness of the British was never challenged. Those who were fairer, they considered themselves conceptually to be closer to the ruling race or the dominant race. They never challenged the whiteness or the superiority of the white man. They always competed lower with other people of dark colors.
But knowing that shadism is not just a South Asian issue, I wanted a better understanding of its history within cultures outside of my own. Professor Camille Hernandez Ramdawar explained to me how shadism plays out in the Caribbean and introduced me to a new word, pigmentocracy.
A pigmentocracy, which is what happened in the Caribbean, was a social structure where the lighter you were, or the white people were at the top, the white colonizers are at the top, and then by shadism, you know, it graduated down. So the more you moved away from European appearance, the further down the social scale you were, right? So the only way, and I mean this was before the days of bleaching cream, the only way that you could ascend that was to, and this is exactly what a lot of people did, was to have a lighter skinned child.
You go back to the story of Raman.
But as Hira explained further, in countries like India, shadism was already present long before colonialism. He used the ancient Indian scripture of the Ramayana as an example. It tells a tale of a fight between Rama, a noble fair-skinned northern king, and Ravana, an evil dark-skinned king from the south. In other words, I learned that symbolically speaking, even through cultural texts and imagery, it had already been established that fair was good and dark was bad. This was a story I had grown up with, but had never before looked at it in the way he described.